You know? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Gifted. 30 is the new 20. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live. I'm La Hefa.
What's good? What's good? So,
Who are you?
hmm?
You ain't say
Oh, smiling. What's good? What's good? It's been a long weekend, but you know, like, but how everybody doing? How you doing?
I'm tired.
Yeah. I forgot what the fuck I was watching the other day, but somebody was talking about how people don't get enough rest. Like they only get like maybe 4 to 6 hours, but like majority of the time they're awake. Like most of the time, people are awake doing stuff, but people never get no sleep. That
Because
sucks,
your
man.
job take your whole life and you don't want to
Yeah,
just.
and they say like when you get rich, like that's what you use your money for. You use it for time, buy back your time.
Listen, I wrote a rap. Okay? And it's about, okay. I don't know. It's 15 bars. It's not a whole song. I just was writing when I was working one day. Clock in Monday through Friday just to barely get by. Can't afford another blunt shit. I could barely get high. Cut my hours at my job. The call volume was low. When I got paid, that shit was gone. Could only pay what I owe. Trying to make this paper stretch, but ain't too far I could go. Looking for a second income. Check my email every hour or so. Only jobs that hit me back are just too far to get to. Don't want to complain, just trying to figure what the hell I'm gonna do. But at least I got no kids. If I had a baby, I'm screwed, and I'm not the only one. That's the average American. I mean, I just got me to see. Think of the people that's parenting. The gap from the percent of what we earn to what we're taxed is disparaging. But I digress. I let it go. Just got to do what I can. Want to be an entrepreneur. Don't want to work for the man. Be the change and put my people. Try to give them a hand. And I stopped. I didn't finish it.
Seems like uh, Rage Against the Machine, conscious rap. Dig it, dig it.
I don't know. I'm tired, like I said, and I don't just mean I want to go to sleep. Tired. Tired of everything.
Yeah, that's like honestly the way that society is. We think it's better because technology, all these different things. I don't think people are better. Technology is improving, but people are not improving. Like what people should be is more well rounded and should have the older qualities and adapt the new qualities. Because you know what I've been finding a lot, and um I did two estimates today for somebody for something that we don't even do. But I've noticed that with Chat GPT or any AI platform that provides information or steps is like one of the simplest solutions now for everything. And this is like brand new. This isn't something that's been like for years, you know what I mean? Because I was already doing what I was doing manually. And then now I started doing it um, using AI. So AI is like just taking so much more time off of everything in anything that I do. You know what I mean? Whether it's business, whether it's not so much personal stuff, because I'm not using like ChatGPT to respond to people. But you know what I have used it for? To respond to spam. If you get like certain messages from people and you're not sure if this is like a good message, I screenshot the message and I put it in, whatever AI platform that I would use, figure out the language of the prompt and tell it to vet this message to let me know if this message is a scam or if it's legitimate. And it'll give me the steps to find out whether it's legitimate or not. And it saved me so much time, especially when you're working in business and you don't actually have a customer relations management set up. You don't have a whole bunch of people that's like, um, you know, vetting all these calls that's coming in. All these calls are coming directly to you. And if you're busy, you're gonna miss all these calls. So I have all these different things set up. I got an AI secretary to answer my calls that um, copy my audio signature, so it has my voice. So, and it's kind of freaky to people sometimes. Like my father thought it was me, and he was like arguing with it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like some people, like they can't even tell the difference because it's so accurate. But it'll take any message, but it's only going to assist you in regards to what we provide a service for, which is awesome. And I can always update it. I can always change it. And it improves with each call. Crazy. But anyway, just saying that to say, um, I use AI religiously ever since its beta version. When it first came out, when people didn't really know about it, I was using it. But I was playing around with it for a little bit until I really got comfortable with it, and then, which was pretty much in the same month, because I was using it every single day. And I actually took a course on AI. So I got certificates for specific AI platforms or whatever that I'm, I guess, certified. I wouldn't say licensed, but certified to use as a professional technician, whatever. But all it is just giving commands to the computer, but you build the computer to do whatever you need to do. Some AI platforms need concepts, like you'll tell it to imagine itself as such and such and such, or if it's the image generators, it'll be like imagine such and such and such and such, and it'll create that particular picture based on what you wanted it to imagine. Or some prompts start with um, you have to create a role. So you'll tell the AI what role it is, like role, and then let's just say you're a newspaper editor, and you have to create a blog or something, you know what I mean, or whatever, and it'll tell you what it's supposed to be about or whatever, and then you tell it to create it, and it'll create this news article for you. Like it's pretty cool. Once you learn how to use it, like it's awesome. I made my uncle who does my contracting company with me. I um I updated his cell phone to make ChatGPT his homepage because he always asking me questions. So I was like, you know what? Because a lot of times he'll ask me something technical, and I'll ask ChatGPT for the solution. So he'll be like, yo, what's this? And I'll be like right in front of him, and I'll be like talking to ChatGPT and be like, whatever. and then he'll be having the music. I'm like, turn it down. So we can hear what it's saying or whatever. But we used it a lot today on this on the estimate that we went to go to. But yeah, I love AI, man. Like I think it's awesome, and I feel like we underutilize the advantages that we have. You know, a lot of the people in our culture, and not even just in our culture. I'm just gonna say, just people in this era, they have a lot of advantages. Now people making money. People don't think everybody broke or whatever, but people are making money. But people look at the amount of money as, oh, that's not a lot of money. We came from a certain period where people were making $30,000 and they were able to sustain living, but the cost of living was significantly low. So making 30,000 was like you're rich. Candy bars was 2 cents. You know what I mean? Like, what can you get for 2 cents at a gas station? I wait. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And so it was just a different time. It was just an era. That's what I'm saying. And the advantage that men had in that era was because whatever they made, everybody ate off of that. Nobody could complain because nobody was working like that. You know what I mean? So the people that was working was making the lion's share of whatever to break bread with the family or whatever. You know what I mean? And their jobs was rough. They had to work in coal mines and was getting lung cancer and all types of shit. Like, you know what I mean? It was different. You know what I mean? How could you not appreciate a motherfucker that's getting lung cancer just so he could feed you? You feel me? Like they was it was critical back in the day. Asbestos, yeah, mesothelioma and shit. Fucking, you know what I mean? All types of shit. So it's just like I said, it's just different. And some people are like hardwired to deal with the pressures that life has now. Because I think life is soft now. I think it's so easy to become a millionaire because there's so many different ways to do it. In fact, if you just go out and do something stupid and hurt yourself, you'll probably make 100 grand. You know, they literally have it set up for you to make a fool of yourself and mock yourself. And I hate when it's one of us because we got enough stigmas against our culture as it is for us to go out here and make a fool of ourselves. We were supposed to be the cool people at one point, and now, you know, we can't even sit at our own pool table sometimes because of all the shit that be on the internet. You know? But what do you guys think before we get into our topic? I got a little aside shit. What do you guys think about dress codes when you go to like a club or a bar or an event? Do you think that makes people behave better? Shout out to Mellow TV. Um, they uh, they presented that because one of the popular clubs in it's in Hamden, matter of fact, called Weeds. Um, they got they're about to have a dress code, and it's relatively moderately younger crowd, you know what I mean? Like, old enough to drink, you know what I mean? So will this change the demographic of individuals that come into this establishment, or is this something that can potentially, help people have a better time when they go to these places? Because you probably, let's think about it like this: like we're from the hood, like we grew up, you know, going to different clubs with no dress code. Coming to some clubs, you going with Tim's, you know what I mean? But I've been to all different types of establishments. It won't stop me from going to the spot if the spot was worth going to. You know what I mean? Like I'm not I'm not really big on going to places and having to dress up personally because what I wear doesn't affect how I act. It doesn't for me. What I see other people wearing doesn't affect how I look at them in most cases, but I understand something that can't be said with words where that person is coming from sometimes. So my take on it would be, I think it does actually for the majority of people, just to be objective. My opinion of it is it shouldn't change anything. Unfortunately, there's been tests. Uniformity and having structure always helps, get people to behave a certain way, you know. And then it gives people an opportunity to try to be a little bit better, to see themselves in a certain way. What can you do with these items? Can you still come out and look good, but you got to dress like this? But if it's a spot where you have like sports and stuff like that, you don't really want to get dressed up. I think the idea probably would be to raise the age of entry. But what's your take on that?
I think for some people it do because they be like, "Oh, I'm all dressed up. I ain't about to. I ain't gonna be." I've heard people say, "I ain't gonna be fighting and I look too good to be," or because they're all done up or whatever. But I don't think that affects everybody. So you going to act how you're going to act. For most people, I think you're going to act how you're going to act regardless. Some people don't know how to act. Some people know how to code switch. Some people just act the same way all the time, regardless of the scenario or the occasion. It just depends on who you ask. For me, no, it doesn't matter what I'm going to be myself, regardless of how I'm dressed or if there's a dress code.
Yeah, I mean, I think I
And I
think
don't
for
go
people
out
that
anyway. And even when I did, I didn't go out. I could count on like one hand how many times I went out, and it was like that wasn't. There was no dress code where I went, or so I didn't have to worry about.
now you personally wouldn't care for a dress code probably.
But also, I'm a woman. I think typically women, when they go out to the club, they dress up anyway. Men are the ones that wear like
Yeah,
more casual clothes.
they might wear a dress or skirt or something. Um, some women like to wear jeans. So if a woman did, some women that do like to go out because maybe they got nice curves or something, and they like the way the jeans look on their legs, or women are self-conscious. They might want to cover up a scar that they might have on their leg or something like that, and because of that, they want to wear pants, whatever. In any case, I think structure is definitely needed when you have an organization, when you notice trends of certain things.
We said the
But
trends.
let's not identify a I want to say kind of a stereotype. You know what I mean? Because I think that a stereotype shouldn't be something that you can make into a discipline unless the stereotype is actually true. There is some truth to behavior with structure, with uniformity, but when people go into an establishment to have a good time, it could potentially turn people away. Now, here's the plus about it. The plus about it is that you could potentially draw a more diverse crowd by providing a dress code. Because if there's uh, a casual dress code or whatever, slacks, no jeans, hard bottoms, you might get some YT people, you know what I mean? And if you do, that can widen your business, you know what I mean? So that it's good things that can come from it. Pros and cons. There you go. I just don't like that is That's actually like true. I don't like it, but I know like people act a certain way because they don't want to mess up their clothes. Really, that's one of the
You
things.
got your hair done.
You did all
Females
this
like
work.
to pull hair. You don't want to get your braids yanked out, getting into a fight.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do that
Listen,
on a regular day, so it don't matter what I'm wearing, if my hair is done, if I'm dressed up or not. I don't want to have scratches and stuff, or
but see
have
that.
to
But
do.
see, that's the thing. If you if you're an establishment, I think this would have to be determined on the type of establishment that you have. A sports bar, you shouldn't. I wouldn't recommend that. What do you think?
Recommend. Yeah,
A
most of
dress
if it's
code,
a bar, they
right?
usually don't.
Now a nightclub,
That's what I thought she was
different,
talking.
right? Well, not that particular establishment. I think it's kind of a sports bar, kind of you
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean?
you said
Because it's
weed, but
open.
yeah,
Yeah,
if they
it's
try
open
and do that
throughout.
there, usually that be at the nightclub that they be having dress
But they do
codes.
be having a nightlife though. They have a DJ come out there. Sometimes they have karaoke night. They do have people come here and they draw quite a crowd. So they have a lot of people in there. You know, people from the area or people from New Haven or whatever, and you know it's in a residential area. So you also got to consider that. So the people that live in the area, certain activity that might go on because of whatever, but I don't think it goes directly towards the the dress of the people. It's the crowd that you're drawing. Now, if people that are coming there
That's why I said
decide that
depends.
you know what, I am gonna dress up to go there. Well, maybe those individuals that dress up that go there, they might have, well, I don't want to mess my stuff up that I just did. But these dudes, they still be dressed up in their way. They still went and got a haircut or got their hair done or whatever. They got fresh new kicks or whatever. And they still get into it. So I don't think that's really gonna matter to people that are already ignorant.
That's why I said it depends on the person. And that last comment was specifically about me. Regardless of where I'm at, I don't want to be scratched up. I don't want to have to fuck nobody up. I don't want to get beat up. I don't want to go to jail. I don't like.
Too old for that. You ain't got time. Once you get to a certain age, because you do have people that go to that bar, regulars that they play pool or something like that. That would be something else. But I don't think it's like security there during the day. I think that's more in the evening. But if you guys are interested in that more about that, I'll put a link in here. Where this establishment is. They're doing really good. Shout out to them. You got anything that you wanted to talk about that's not on the thing? Y'all know what the showrunner is. Before we talk about that, let's talk about the YG and the game. Uh, what you call it?
Versus.
Versus.
Game is the R word. I don't want to. Let me make sure.
Why is that?
I don't want to say because I seen a clip. I didn't even watch the verses because I didn't want to see a verses with them.
Okay.
But and I didn't even know until you said it. But then I seen it, but I didn't watch it. But there was a clip, and I don't know if this was before it started, in the middle, at the end, and Game had a bottle of Don Julio.
Okay.
And he just drank the whole bottle in one gulp. And it's like, that's not, and I don't know if he really did or if it was fake or whatever, but that's not cute. You in your 50s. Like, you in your 50s. Like, you don't.
All right.
You gonna let me say
what I'm saying? Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
I don't think that's appropriate for a man who has children to be setting because you're a role model, whether you want to be that or not, and you coming up there facing a whole bottle in one gulp or whatever. Like that's not at when are you gonna grow up? Like I don't know. I just think that's you're a father. Like you shouldn't be doing stuff. If you want to do that in your personal, although I don't know why you want to do that, you're probably gonna have liver issues if this is something that you do regularly. I don't know if you did that just for the show or this is how you drink like that all the time, but that's not good. Um, I mean, everybody has a drink every now and then, but I just feel like that was ridiculous. That's like very immature for somebody his age, but I'm not surprised. But that's I'll end it with that.
All right, so I hate to be devil's advocate because I want to agree with everything that she said. And you know what? I'll just say that I essentially do agree with everything that she said, but I also have to look at the spirit of the situation, right? So I did watch it. Um, I watched. I didn't. I don't think I watched the entire thing. I watched a good portion of it. Maybe I did watch the entire thing. But it was entertaining, whatever. Um, the crowd participation was really good. Everybody was, everybody loved it. Everybody that was there, it was a blood party. You know, it is what it is. That's what it was. It was just a celebration because it was really like it's supposed to be versus, it's supposed to be competition, it's supposed to be one person going against the other person, but it was more like they were just having a good time, you know. But the music was, some of their top tracks, maybe mixtape tracks or whatever, some of their hits. You know what I mean? I'm not really like a huge fan of either of the artists. You know what I mean? They're good artists to their right, but
I
I'm
don't
not gonna
even know
lie. I
what
think it was
songs YGC.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you in a minute. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was fun. Like most of the time when they have these verses, it's just like, all right, yeah, I heard of that, and they just let it play or whatever. But they was involved. They was like doing a concert, like just like the one with Rick Ross and French Montana. Like that was entertaining. Like they're turning it into a concert. Like they not just getting up there and just playing the track. Jadakiss and I'm sorry, the Locks versus Dipset. That joint. That was a good one. You know what I mean? Because they was trying to turn it up with the crowd. Like I like the crowd participation. Um, lighting, bringing people on the stage. You know what I mean? Uh, it was it was lit. It really was lit. And like they got wavy. They was drinking. They both were drinking. Um, that's the thing about social media. Like you get clips of anything, but if you watch the whole thing in totality, it was a turn up from the beginning to the end. That's just what it was. Is that good? Is that supposed to be? You know what I mean? 9:30, whatever day that was. You know what I mean? Kids shouldn't be watching that. It's R-rated music. You know what I mean? It's not for children. You know what I mean? But also what they're doing, I don't think they're trying to be anybody's role model in that sense. His own children, um, you know, I hope he don't be wilding like that in front of his own kids. I don't know what type of father he is, but I just think that this was just, just turning up in a concert like normal rock star life. Like that's what they do. It's not to be glorified. It's just to entertain you. That's it. And I love my
Even though that's not why they do it to be a role model, we know that that's what ends up happening. Kids get influenced by certain behaviors, whether that's what they're trying to do or that's their target audience or not. That's what happens because kids are gonna be watching it. Their parents should be watching them and make sure they don't watch certain stuff, but that don't always happen.
What you gonna do? Parents' fault. Not gonna like water down, you know, my brand for children when I clearly put a disclaimer on all of my creations. That's, you know, I'm not here to be a role model. I think I said that in one of my songs. Like, I don't do it for kids. Like, people that want to hear my music demographic, I hope that they're old enough to listen to my shit. If they're not, you know, whatever. But when I do make something where I'm trying to preach a message, then yeah, it's gotta be on some preach a message. I'm not in the business of judging people for whatever they do to make money because everybody do something. And if you're not on the block, I mean, like honestly, like it's really there's always some kind of you feel kind of bad because somebody got to pay you for something. Like you're guilty, kind of like, you know, maybe I could have charged them less. No, you couldn't. You gotta understand, like, you know, all the work that you put into what you're doing and all of that counts. You know, so the price is the price. And then you definitely you get what you pay for at the end of the day. Who's paying for it? And if the person that's paying for it is not making sure that their children is not listening to this, and that's their fault. It's gangster music for gangsters. You know, it's for people that's in that. You know, anybody can listen to it. Obviously, what I'm saying is relatively to that culture, and those people listen to it and they relate to us being said. That's why it was so popular. And of course, doing degenerate shit, facing the bottom. We've all done that shit when we were going out to the clubs. Like, let's not act like, you know, well, I don't know if you have, I have, you know what I mean? I've also done it. That's why I don't really pass judgment on certain things.
That's why I said I put his age in there also.
Yeah, at this point in your life, absolutely. That's why I said I'm gonna go. I said what I said. Like I agree with what you said. The only thing is I'm just looking at it from the spirit of the situation. He could have did it classy. Could have been a gentleman about it. He could have had a little shot of drinks.
He can do what he wants, but I just gave my opinion.
No, but I'm saying, you know, what you said was actually the moral correct thing. Like you're right. You're absolutely right. What you said. I don't think they give a fuck.
I know. That's why I said he could do what he wants. I wasn't saying you gotta listen to me. He's older than I
am. Not listen to you, but he know that that's right too. He know the same thing that you said. He just refusing to do it.
I don't know. I seen
maybe he knew it would be viral. Maybe he knew that shit was gonna get mad clicks. Like they know what they doing.
I seen he was on a podcast with his daughter's mom and her mother. So one of his daughters. He had a baby by Evelyn Lozada's daughter. That's Ultra Cinco ex-wife. Evelyn, so he old enough to be her father, but whatever. She's over 18 or over 21. They had a baby. Evelyn Lozado and her daughter have a podcast, and they brought the game up there to interview him. And it was just weird. It's like he wants to fuck both of them, or like I don't know. He's just like I don't know. He's not with. I guess they just
That's
had a
that's
baby
a
just
kid.
because he has money. Like they're not in an actual relationship. They just parent, but they seem to be cool. But I don't know. It was just a weird vibe between Evelyn in the game, like a flirtation going on or something. Like I don't know. But he just seemed very immature, and it's like you're in your 50s. Like what? I don't know.
Like academics was talking about shit like that, like older dudes dressing young, behaving young, like all of these
I
things.
don't
Not,
necessarily care how
but
you
not,
does
but
it.
I
It's
know
not
like
crazy, but
all of
I'm
those
talking
things
about the
all
way you
encompassing,
act.
like all of that stuff. 'Cause all of that
Because
is
sneakers
a
are
part of
for.
that
I
game.
now I think more so that would be like. Although I think you should cover up regardless of the age, but I think that would apply more to women, like wearing like dressing scantily clad or wearing like you're in your 50s and you're dressing like a 20-year-old girl going out with a little skimpy outfit on or whatever. But like I said, I think you should cover yourself up anyway. That shouldn't be for everybody to see. But I think it's more acceptable on younger women. But I think for men that doesn't really apply because it's like it's sneakers and t-shirts and hoodies. Like you, that's for anybody, a man or a woman or a kid could wear a hoodie or sneakers or whatever. Like I don't think there should be an age restriction on that. Like oh you're because that's why they're saying like oh teen years, but it's more so the way that they behave. Also, their mindset is still that of a guy in their mid 20s or and you're almost 60.
Okay,
It's the
I'll give you
behavior.
this then. 50-year-old LA Gear sneakers that light up, fucking one of those fucking Paw Patrol type of shirts, but it fits them.
Now that's different because those are specifically
But
designed
it's
for little
still,
kids
if you
because that's
combine
a kid's
if you
cartoon.
it
I'm
is,
talking
but if
about
you combine
regular clothes
clothing,
with no. That's
but
different.
but I'm
Most
saying if
men,
you
I don't
combine
think
clothing
men
that fits you,
are wearing
if
that.
you combine clothing that fits you, and you have some shit like that on.
No, but you're being purposely being sarcastic because
Nah,
I'm talking
I
about
think
regular
that.
clothes. Those clothes are obviously designed for children. Blues Clues and Nickelodeon stuff or whatever. Those are for kids because those
The
are kids
characters,
networks and
the
stuff.
characters,
But
the
they
characters.
usually don't sell stuff like that in adult
No,
side. I'd be
it
like,
won't happen. It will probably be custom.
yeah, that's what I
It
was
probably
about
will.
to say.
Custom made blue shirt or some shit. Like that would be done. Like
But
that would be
they do have like some custom Rugrats like or
Rick
Nickelodeon
and
stuff
Morty.
that I would wear. Like, but it's made for an adult. It's
I
not.
mean the size, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's still
I mean,
children.
if you're if they have your size, because some people are really tiny, it's like sneakers. Some people have really small feet.
Well, there's like
Like
Ninja
they
Turtle.
can
There's a
wear
whole Ninja
kids
Turtle line
sneakers. They wear
with
kids
Puma.
size.
Puma has a whole Ninja Turtle line. So the Ninja Turtle line, like, I mean, depending on what type of
But they
flavor you,
created
but that's
men and women
I'm
size,
just
right?
saying,
Or it's only for
it's
kids.
still a children themed attire. So
No,
when we're talking about,
but the clothes that are created in adult sizes are made differently than the clothes that are made only in kid sizes. They look like children's clothing. You can have a cartoon character on your shirt, but it's still not gonna look the same as a um a cartoon character outfit for just that only comes in kid sizes. The designs are going to be different. It might have guns or something else. It's something you're gonna know that it might be blowing smoke or something. They be doing that. They be having little art like
I'm just saying, because I
with
know
Bart Simpson. Well,
people
that's
wear graphic tees and shit like that,
yeah.
or they might wear Converses with some type of airbrush design on the
But the
side. But
design
like,
be some adult stuff.
right
Usually, is something like
there's a
that.
sneaker called the Sky Davis Air Jets from Doug, right? cartoon dub that used to come on Nickelodeon. And somebody had the sneakers online. I really was like, yo, I might copy these, yo. And just like wear them on wear them on Halloween, yo. Just be like, yo, I'm Sky Davis.
Oh, you gonna be Doug? Oh.
No, I'm gonna be Sky Davis.
Why you can't be the black kids either?
No, I'm gonna wear the jersey that Sky Davis had. I'm gonna wear that, and I'm gonna wear the sneakers.
They was all different colors, but Skeeter was supposed to be black. They made him. What was he? Purple. He was supposed to be black. You could tell by how he acted.
Yeah, they had that shit some crazy type of way. Yo. It's like a little story behind it.
They was regular people, but they was all different colors.
Nah, but it's a story behind their colors because they were certain type of like Mr. Dink was like a PDF file.
So what color they made him? Pink.
He was purple.
Skeeter was purple
Mr.
too,
Dink
wasn't he?
Purple.
Or he was
Skeeter
green.
Was green. Skeeter was he was SBA. Right.
They just made this up. This is not real. Somebody just made that up and posted it. They always spread the lies on the internet.
It makes bad sense. When you think about it, you be like,
yeah, but that's someone's theory that hasn't been proven. The writers didn't come out and say this
when
is
you
why.
high, it makes sense.
It could make sense all you want. What I'm saying is it hasn't been confirmed. That's somebody posted it. Yes, you could, because the writers could come out and say we wrote this for that. They didn't say that they did that. Somebody made that up.
The X-Men is based off Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I don't care what nobody said. I know I debunked it. I seen, but look at how it's set up, bro. It's just like that shit, yo. They treat mutants like they treat black people. You know what I mean? So it's like it's the same thing. But what was we on? Oh yeah, what was it? Like I don't know, like I know, like yeah, what he did was like it was crass. It was, but the music that he makes, man. But you know, Ice Cube probably wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do all that. Ice Cube is more classic.
That's what I'm saying. He act how you would expect a man to act. That's that. Well, Ice Cube is older than him, but they're both older. He's in his 50s against the game at least, or close to it.
Y'all tell me how y'all enjoy it. Y'all hate it a little
bit. I don't even know any music that YG sings. I like the game's music, but he made a song recently about his daughter. About his daughter, and I forgot the name of it, but it was cute. It was he's a good rap. I think he could rap. But the song had a positive message because it was about daughters and how he loved his daughter, and that was his older daughter.
Game?
And yeah. And,
Game can rap. Yeah.
And
remember, man, he did 100 bars in a runner.
And he had other artists in the video with. He had other artists in the video with their daughters too, and it was a nice. It was a positive message. So at least he can be versatile, I guess.
He can rap. I didn't know YG could rap though. I thought because I never really like listened, but yeah, he good. He got one a little bit. But it's a different flavor, like you know what I mean? Like when you from
Game doesn't rap like a typical West Coast rapper.
Right.
YG is corny to me. I never really listened to him. I probably heard like one song and I didn't know, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, he's not. But who do people think won? I don't know. Like honestly, I don't know. But I watched it, and you know, all of my dreams. Like that's I like that song. You know what I mean? It's a lot of songs that Game has that I like. The song that he did with G Unit. You know what I mean? Like
You I Hate It, I Love It with or
yeah,
50 Cent.
yeah. I mean, those was good. Those was hits. Man. Those was good songs.
Yeah, I like
But I
Hate It.
didn't know YG Bag was crazy. Like, and that's why I say versus it goes by the song. It don't even matter about the catalog because regardless whether you know the catalog, if you go there with an open mind and just listen to it, you might be surprised. Like I was surprised in the French Montana thing because I'm not really like French Montana, huge French Montana fan, but they was getting they was going at it. Like, you know what I mean? I am a huge Rick Ross fan. So, like I said, like I went in there with like I didn't know what to expect. It was straight.
I didn't listen to French Montana like that until I came across he made an album. I keep forgetting the name of it, but he made an album and it was like music videos for each song. And the before that, I only heard the songs that was like on the radio because I wasn't a fan to be going looking up the music. So whatever was a hit that came to radio, that's how I heard it. So those songs. But then I came across this. It popped up in my news feed. I mean, in my algorithm on YouTube, and then I started playing it, and I was like, "Oh, this is good." Basically, like he was in the hospital for the most of it. And he was like rapping, doing different songs. It was like because he had he was sick or something had happened, and he doesn't drink anymore either. He stopped drinking because he was always drunk. He said basically, and he was just functioning like that all the time. Like he was nobody like he. It was like it was normal, but he would be fucked up. Like he would be faded. Like and so, um, but I don't know. He was in the hospital or he had to get surgery or something. So I guess that's what the album was about through that process. But all those songs were good, and I was like, oh, he got some stuff that I like. But and like I said, yeah, the ones that came on the radio and stuff, he got some songs. French Montana. Rick Ross got a couple songs that I like. I'm not, but I don't be like looking for him either. Like, but he's okay. He's not like my favorite rapper, like, but he could put some words together. And Max B, he's just fun. He's just a party vibe. Like he just makes fun music, club music, or turn up type of stuff.
Silver Surfer. So, Chris Brown pleads guilty in his UK assault case. What is that? You know about that?
Mhm.
No. He always doing something. Man.
Let's see. No, I think this is or this was he been going to court because remember he had got arrested and he's still been going to trial for this.
Okay. Yeah,
He pled guilty. It was a attack in London. He is I'm about to pull it up. Hold on. Wait for this ad to go. London court. Chris Brown appeared carefree, signing autographs and posing with fans, despite facing the possibility of prison time after pleading guilty to a fray in connection to a 2023 nightclub fight. Prosecutors accused him of hitting a music producer in the head with a tequila bottle. Sentencing will be October 26th,
and Chris faces a maximum of 3 years behind bars. Certainly with someone with a history like Chris Brown, some judges want to send a message that violence will not be tolerated, but it's also entirely possible the judge just said, let's give him supervised release or probation and not send him to custody time.
We should have had a dress code. What do you think about this?
I don't think nothing. I think that he shouldn't have did that, and now he got to face the consequences for what he did. Why you bust somebody in the head with a bottle? You tripping? It was somebody that worked there. What happened? Were you defending yourself? That's the only justification. Did they hit you in the head with a bottle first, or hit you? Why did you do that? Like, what's going on? It sounded like he was drunk and he just was bugging out. He always be having tantrums.
They definitely gonna take that. And he in the middle of a tour right now in Vegas. And everybody, listen.
That's what he was performing, and they had arrested him.
Everybody complaining about their girl getting snatched up by this thing.
Oh, speaking of that, so there was a Usher was performing, and you know he be bringing women on the stage and be dancing on them, kissing on them. I don't know, whatever he be doing. And the girl that he picked, she was a beautiful girl. She came up there, but she laid back like he was on her and stuff. But she was looking like she ain't want to kiss, or she ain't want or whatever. He was like, I don't think she want to be up here, and he walked away. And then he was like, he waved his hand like telling her to get off the stage or whatever, because she came up there and she like was cooperating, but like the look on her face was like, nigga, get off of me. Like, but it's like, why did you come on the stage? You know what he be doing, I assume. I don't and never really watched because they do be having clips of it or whatever, but I never really watched, so I don't know exactly what he do, and I never went to a show. I don't care to go. I do like Usher's music, but I could just listen to it. I don't need to go to your show. But I'm pretty sure she knows that the things that he does on stage. You decided to go to a concert and you let him pull you up there. You just wanted to be on the stage. You just wanted your little shine to now everybody's talking about you. It's viral. And then some people was like, oh, maybe she got a man and she want to be respectful. Then you shouldn't have got up on the stage in the first place then. Because he still was on you and you didn't tell him to stop or move. He stopped because you was looking crazy or whatever. Like, so he like, I ain't trying to catch a SA charge because she looking like she about to call the cops or something. Like, so, because she was just looking in his eyes, but she wasn't like, she didn't look like she was happy to be up there. Like, she just was like, I don't know. It would look at her and be like, what's wrong? Like, is you okay? Like, so he was like, I don't think she want to be up here. And then walked away, and then people, it has gone viral, so people are talking about it, and they like, she shouldn't have went up there. If you ain't want to do what he do, then you shouldn't have got up on the stage. You know how he do, and that's true. And then she ain't say anything either, so it's like, you're not even talking. Like, you just you're letting him do it, but you looking crazy. That's why he stopped. So it's like, if you were uncomfortable or you didn't like, why you ain't say nothing and tell him to stop? Like, you just, I don't know. It was weird. But I don't know. What do you think about that?
I think it needs to be stopped, and I think now that he's going to prison, it's gonna stop.
Oh, he's talking about Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Cause that was Usher. Cause you just need to think about it. Cause that's what somebody said too. They was like, she wanted Chris Brown to call her on stage. That's why she was looking like that. She didn't want Usher. They stupid.
Wow.
But yeah, they ain't gonna give him no time. They just said they trying to know, but then they said his defense attorney is trying to ask for leniency. Like,
I mean, has he been behaving himself since this happened? Like, that's gonna have to
he's saying the first time he done did some wild junk though. He done one time he was having an interview and he threw the chair at the window or whatever, like he beat up Rihanna. They're never gonna let that go. And he beat her bad.
They love
it. It wasn't just a slap. It was
they
like
love her too much.
She looked like when that episode of Martin. Like, nigga, what the fuck you was trying to do? That's not what happened. They said she threw the keys. They both did an interview and talked about, like, separately. After it happened, a little while after, they both did interviews and talked about what happened. And then they said she threw his keys out the window, or she act like she threw the keys out the window, and it was an expensive car, and it cost a lot to get those keys replaced because it, or whatever. I don't know. And then she was hitting them, and she seen a number in his phone or a text or something. She was hitting them while they were driving. That she did that. She act like she threw the keys, but she really didn't. Like she threw them in the river, that like because they was on the highway or something.
She probably was like, "I'm Rihanna. You can't cheat on Rihanna." Well, I heard all types of conspiracies.
Yeah, that's what people were saying, but I'm saying they actually spoke themselves. They both did interviews and talked about it. And Rihanna crazy. She's from Barbados. They be feisty. I could imagine her going outside. But it looked like she really loved ASAP, and they look yeah.
They like playing dress up.
Yeah, he a little. I was about to say, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with the men today. He act a little fruity.
He's a fashionista.
I wouldn't want a fashionista, but I like men. So I don't know. Maybe she's
a rock star.
He'd be wearing female clothing. And he just, and his mannerisms and stuff too, he be acting weird. Like he acting like he got some sugar in his tank. Like somebody, I don't know, I don't know, just because you put your hand on hip don't mean, but like certain stuff or poses, or like he's not a woman. Whatever. Yeah. I'm calling him, I think he might play for both teams. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just, his mannerisms and stuff, and like the way he be dressing is not attractive to me. I like a man, a rough and tumble, like he look like he'd be going to get a wax or something. Like the way he gives that. Like I don't. That's some female shit. You could have hair, like I don't care. Like you're a man. Like you
mean like my Jordan still is stainless. I
don't know. He's very feminine. But she likes it. I love it. Like I said, they look happy. They have beautiful children. Hopefully, they don't be near fighting. Because she already bust Chris up. That's why he had to do her dirty like that. But hopefully, she has evolved from that point in her life. And if she feel like she need to do that, she'll just leave before putting her hands on somebody. Yeah, he might be love democracy. See some clips of them out places, and she just be looking so happy and smiling.
some random person was like saying that Rihanna was trying to do something to her or whatever, trying to take her out. You remember that situation? Like, I don't know.
Trying to do what?
She was like Rihanna's been threatening her life and all of this, so she took it into her own hands supposedly and tried to delete it. And they were home and and then they left and went to
Oh yeah.
move. They had to move, but the lady got arrested and she was going online talking about it. But that's funny because that happened.
And then Kelly Price.
Kelly Price got a lookalike stalker. And there's somebody at my job talking about Cardi B was trying to get the Dominicans to stop her from doing something. I'm like, Cardi B, she don't know you. Like I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, wow.
That's why I would never want to be famous. These fans be crazy, or people just be crazy, and too many people know who you are and have access. You got to worry about the people that you already knew before you got famous. Now you got billions of other people that you don't even know that could possibly find out where you live. They be finding out where these people live and stuff, hopping their fence and stuff, and you don't know what they're gonna do because they could be a fan. They just want to see you, but you're still crazy for breaking into my being on my property, trespassing, breaking into my house. Because for what? Because you want to take a picture? Like that's excessive. What Eminem say? I'm so sick and tired of being admired that I wish that I would just tell you get fired and drop with my label and stop with the fables. I'm not gonna be able to top what my name is. But what I really was trying to say the part. And I can't take in the bathroom without someone standing by it. No, I won't sign your autograph. You can call me an asshole. I'm glad because I am. Like he can't even. When you freaks see me out in the street when I'm eating or feeding my daughter to not come and speak to me. I don't know you and no, I don't owe you a motherfucking thing. I'm not Mr. Friendly. I'm not Mr. NC. I'm not what your friends think. I can be a prick if you tempt me. My tank is on empty. That's how I would feel if people was coming up to me. If I was a celebrity and people was coming up to me, can I have your autograph? Can I have it? At first, it would be nice, right? It probably would be like, oh, all that attention. But then once the novelty wear off, it's like, all right, like, I'm coming outside to get the mail. Got a scarf on, the paparazzi taking pictures and shit. I'm looking crazy. Now it's on the tabloids. People cutting on me on Instagram. People got comments to say about what I'm doing. They're not gonna ask for my autograph, and that's different because I came there for that, and that's one day. It's not my whole life.
I mean, celebrities, somewhat signed up for this. I mean,
that's why I said I wouldn't.
Fans help them eat.
They don't know what I look like anyway. So I'm a faceless brand. Let me see the lighter. Don't give them directions.
That's common sense. What you mean?
Yeah, we don't have to look a lot.
Some people don't even know I be doing the podcast. You talk about shit. Like, I appreciate you, everybody that's here. Share, like, subscribe. We do have some other things going about. Cardi B confirms her relationship with Nigerian star Maduka Okoye.
Yeah, they kept saying they've seen them together. She was at a game first, and then It was like,
She said she doing her. She said out of her mouth, she said, "Listen, um, I'm single, but my cuckoo still needs some love." That's what she said. So it is what it is. She didn't say cuckoo either.
I just been. I'm not gonna make no excuses. I just been getting very comfortable after working back to back for 2 months and shit like that. I'm like completely at home. With my 3 kids, and Blossom wakes up like around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I play with her. Then I go back to sleep like at 12 p.m. Then I wake up like at 2. Then like my chef, he had food done by that time, so I eat. Then I go back to sleep, and this is like so good. And, yeah. So I'm gonna start. I'm sending the kids tomorrow to Atlanta, and I'm gonna go to my apartment because I feel like I get more work done when I'm in my apartment. So
she said she told her to shut up, and then she told my you be quiet, guy. I heard her say it in the background, little grown behind kids. But she didn't even talk about it. I thought that was, but it said Cardi B confirmed dating Nigerian star Maduka Okoye. He gives me $300K a month. Claiming he gives her $300 every month just to be his girlfriend. She also hinted at starting a family, saying, "I don't mind having a baby with him. He's a good man and a great keeper too."
Other kid?
She's talking about starting a family like she don't got kids already. She just talked about I get up at 8
paying her $350K a week. That's
a month. You messed it all up. It is 300.
That's still over a
I mean,
million.
yeah, that is. Bitch, I don't even know these niggas. Stop doing this shit. Why are you paying her to be your girlfriend?
Well, he's not paying her to be her girl. He's providing.
That's what it says.
He's providing and protecting.
Whatever.
That's crazy. If she not my wife, is he a citizen? I don't know. Like that sounds like something you trying to get the citizenship. Like you a prince trying to Prince Hakeem. Trying to find his wife.
He's an athlete.
I know. The soccer. What do you do?
I ain't never heard of him until. Maduka
Okoye. It sounds like somebody from
he is soccer.
Soccer nigga. Mm-hmm. So that nigga ain't from America.
And Leanne's Austria.
Nigga trying to be one of us.
Austria.
Ubuga.
For Udinese 2026 training. He's Nigerian. But he plays in Austria.
That's Germany.
Austria.
Austria, but I'm just saying that's in Europe. It's near Germany, if I'm not mistaken.
But he's Nigerian.
Right.
But I knew that he was African because that name sounds like it.
Shout out to Africa. Shout out to the motherland. I like Africa. I like the pictures. I've never been there.
I want to go visit, but I've never, unless they change that because you gotta have certain
bucket list real quick.
Medical things, like you gotta get shots and stuff before you go. They check your paperwork, and I don't like vaccinations. I don't agree with that.
So if you got bread, it's a way to get around everything.
They already caught people with fake. The other thing that just had, I don't want to say it. They caught it with the fake paperwork. So what's the way to get around it? Because I ain't doing it.
We just talk about it offline.
So what were you saying?
I forgot local things on what I'm talking about. What I started with.
I don't know.
I think. I don't know. Talking about athlete. Trying to get citizenship. He might be a prince that plays soccer. Never know. He was good. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna talk too much about Cardi B. Shout out to Cardi B. She always doing something. Waterbury, Connecticut plans to install speed and red light cameras. How do you feel about that? They've been talking about that on the highway.
I thought they already did that.
They're about to do it all in the whole U.S., but they haven't activated. They have some of them in certain places, but they haven't activated them. But they haven't activated in Massachusetts.
So it's gonna see if you're going the speed limit and if you run the light.
And give you a ticket.
Yeah, they do that already. Some or for other stuff. I thought there's like a thing on the
Easy pass.
on the highway. No, not an easy pass. It's like and it tells you what your speed is when you pass by it.
Yeah, those, but that don't give you no ticket. That just tells you how fast you're going. The ones that's blue, those are the ones that with the letters is blue. The letters, I'm sorry, the numbers, the characters, whatever. Those give you a ticket. But they might be able to add that into the red one. The red one is regular.
You know, and they got a map of where they about to put it at.
Oh, word?
Yeah, got the plan, like the blueprint.
What's the new name with the dreads? I always be talking about stuff.
Well, oh God. Oh, I don't know his name. I know who you're talking about, the young boy.
Yeah. Shit, man, my bad. Man. Shout out to you.
Don't you don't? What is the video that you're talking about?
It was on Instagram, not on. I can't pull it up on.
Is it in the chat?
I believe so.
This guy went to Arby's because he said he's trying to figure out why is they still in business. So he tasted. And he's like, "What y'all be doing? Y'all be chopping up body parts, humans, and putting it." She said she laughed, and she said no. And then he was like, he said, I asked. Then he got in the car. He said, I asked this bitch what's the best thing on the menu, and the bitch sitting there looking at me like she don't know what's going on. Oh yeah. But he got a steak and cheese and a roast beef sandwich, and he's like, it tastes alright. It tastes like a roast beef sandwich, but it's alright. It ain't as bad as I thought. But
first violation gonna be $50. Subsequent violation is gonna be $75.
You want to play the clip?
Yeah.
Y'all are next on the list. Y'all getting 10 speeding cameras, 9 red light cameras coming to Waterbury, Connecticut. These are all the locations that they're going to be at. All the streets, the avenues. First violation, $50. Every time after that, $75 a piece. You're going to tear Waterbury up with these cameras. You know why? Because there's so many hills. You're going to come down the hill, camera. Come up the hill, camera. Oh my God, they about to make so much money off Waterbury. Jeez. Y'all be safe, man.
Just like they put them speed bumps, they be trying like mess people up. I mean, well, you gotta follow the road rules. They try and make people crash. They put in speed bumps. People be fucking up their car with the speed when the speed bumps just pop up. But you can find his information out, just like he could, like if you were to search it. But you had to know that it was already happening, because I'm pretty sure, like that's probably a regulate, like that's a regulation when they put in the speed bump. So they probably did send out a notice or something to let people know that the speed bumps was going to be put up, but nobody paid attention to that stuff. So then it just appear in your neighborhood, and you drive it down the street faster than the speed limit like you normally do, even though you shouldn't. But that's most people don't be going the speed limit, even on a residential street. And then that jump pop up out of nowhere because you wasn't expecting, and they ain't put the indicators there yet. Because there have been some of them that is just there. It's supposed to be a thing that lets you know that it's coming, and they ain't put it there till after or whatever. You then go over that shit and fuck up your car, or you stop and you got to stop short because it's right there. You ain't know it was coming. But I hope. I mean, but it's different. People do be running the light every time. At least two people. I'll be scared across the street. For real. Cause like nigga, what you doing? Like I get it. If ain't nobody coming, but like in the daytime. I mean, I don't know. Don't listen to me. You should follow the road rules. But I know people are not gonna do it. But that's a way to enforce it. You get it if they catch your ass, and you gotta pay the fucking ticket. But then people don't be paying them shits. Niggas be getting arrested because they just let them shits pile up, or they were supposed to go to court and they never showed up or whatever. So it's like, is it really gonna help? I remember there was this guy that I dated. This is funny. He was mad at me because I laughed or whatever. This is a long time ago. And he used to work downtown. And there's nowhere to park downtown, and his job didn't have like a parking garage or nothing for employees. So he was parked on the street here. And then he would be making deliveries, He would be making deliveries um to the nearby businesses or whatever. But that's not, it doesn't matter because he would walk there because it was like right, it's downtown, everything's there. But he didn't want to park mad far away from the job and have to walk. So he will he will park in front of the job, and every day he must have got a ticket every day because it was one, we got a car. He was bringing me home, and he had just got off work, and we got in the car, and then and then I'm like, there was a ticket on the car, and then I'm like, oh, you got a ticket. He's like, oh, just put it in the glove compartment. And then I opened up the glove compartment, and it was full of it was full of parking tickets because he kept parking in front of the thing, and I'm like, oh my god, like, and I just started laughing, like, because it's not funny, but it's like you don't expect to open it up. It's like it was like something on TV or something. Like it was like, why the fuck you got all these parking tickets? Like pay them junks. Like, or I don't even know if he didn't pay him or not, but you got the papers in here just filled up in the glove compartment. Like put them somewhere. Like it was so many that when I opened it, some fell out, and I'm like, and he got mad because I was laughing. He was like, what you laugh for? I'm like, because why you got what you took? He was like, cause they ain't nowhere to park.
See a guy that got a whole bunch of tickets and got to walk away.
I mean, it was for just her parking tickets. I don't know whatever happened. He it did end up paying. He always had a car or whatever. He would keep his stuff together, so he probably did end up paying it. But he probably just kept the papers, and guys don't be cleaning up or whatever. He probably had already scheduled to go to court. I don't remember what I said if I asked him about it or whatever, because he had a little because I laughed initially because I was taken aback, so we didn't really discuss it. but I assume he didn't get arrested or anything or whatever. So I assume he went to court and handled it or whatever, or paid them online or however you paid him because he kept his car and whatever. But I just, it was just crazy. But them tickets, that I said that to say, is this really gonna stop people from like, you know,
I mean,
stop doing stuff? He didn't run it like that was because of where he was parked at. But
so I mean, like, I will hope that people, because like people don't like to go to jail. It's inconvenient. People don't like, you know what I mean. So if people know that, people are gonna, like we was talking about earlier, structure. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to make examples out of people to get them to do certain things, or you got to do things for people to do things because they're not going to do it for themselves. And the thing is about safety more than anything else. I think a lot of people just don't look at it that way because let's be honest, some of us got a left foot. You know what I mean? And drivers know what that means. You know, you get in that car and you know you don't you take off. You know what I mean? As soon as you get in there, you can't, like in certain areas, you can't do that because kids be just coming in the street. You know what I mean? And it's been so many fatalities. So they done added speed bumps, and you got kids that's out here that be stealing cars. You know what I mean? It's a lot of the shit that be going on. So it's really a safety thing. That's what it is. So it's not like this structure. It is somewhat meaningful to try to get people, and I think after a while, people either gonna try to find a way around it by not taking another road that don't have it or whatever, or they're gonna just be in jail until they figure it out. And I think that's gonna take a few years for people to just adjust to it, but people still not gonna want to do it.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's really going to work by large. Some people, it'll get some people right.
Yeah, not right away. It's gonna take time. People have to. A lot of times, people need to feel it. They need the example because people don't learn sometimes until they go through something. You could tell people what's right. You could tell people what to eat. You could tell people what to watch. People gonna do whatever they're gonna do until something happens, and then they're gonna try to use it as an excuse, but you can't at that point. You can't say this if you already knew what you could have did to prevent it. So I hope, you know, I don't drive that slow, but I try to like be very aware. I try to look and see everything that's going on for the most part. But I can obey the speed limit. I don't have a problem, especially when I know it's about the safety of others. I remember, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, but I remember he did say something about motor vehicle that stuck with me. Like,
yeah, there's an accident every single day, like literally every single day. I remember riding
a year or something.
I remember riding to school in the morning when I went to elementary school, and I would be in the car and I would hear the radio every morning. They would be saying the news, and it would be there's an accident on I-95 or wherever, somewhere, every single morning. I'm like, and I never really, I never, but then I thought about it, I'm like, damn, like when I got older, because I was younger. So I would just hear it and I remembered it. But now thinking back, it's like, that's crazy. Every single day, there's a car accident.
Yeah, I see it happening every once in a while while I'm driving. I drive quite a lot, and I see a lot of accidents. I see people about to do an accident. I see people fly by me. People almost hit my car. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be a whole bunch of stuff. Like, and if I was like a panicking person, I would do the accident almost every time, every week. But it really be a lot. Like, it got to the point, like, all right, my cousin lives in Massachusetts. He just got his license. He asked me, should he just get a car because he want to commute to come to Connecticut and go back to Mass? I said, yo, when you just started driving and you don't even know that's too much. That's dangerous for you to just start off. Now a lot of people, said to me like, one of my boys said to me, he was like, yo, nigga, don't ask me, like, whatever.
I was about to say people be doing that. People get their license for a job and then start delivering packages for Amazon or start doing like getting jobs doing that or doing Uber Eats or something like. So people do be jumping into it.
Something it's like not cross states, cross the highway.
But they do that too. People get their license so that they can go out of town and go to New York and they don't have to wait for nobody so they could do stuff. So
I'm just saying it's dangerous for inexperienced.
Yeah, it's dangerous, but I'm saying people do it all the time.
If you want to drive yourself and you commute across state lines, you just gotta really pay attention and you can't be distracted. You can't be looking at your cell phone texting. You gotta be eyes on the road at all times.
I agree. You gotta focus. You gotta be
it's
alert,
really like,
awake.
And I fear the most for new drivers because they, like before, when I was growing up, and I think even eras prior to when I was born, a lot of people would drive before they were able to drive. So, like they would like drive around in parking lots or around in fields or something like that. But they would always, drive. You know what I mean? Just some type of road experience. You know what I mean? Now it's like nobody really doing that because it used to be people that would like, they'll take the kid out or whatever, or whoever it is, you know what I mean? Take them out driving or whatever for a little bit, go down the road or something like that, not a busy road, and they'll learn the basics. But now it's nobody to do that. Who used to do that? The fathers, most of the time. My grandmother taught me how to drive. And my father, I drove with him a few times, but my grandmother really, took me off the road and stuff like that when I was young. But I was like 9 years old. Like, we used to go in one of the college campus parking lots, and we would drive around in there. There wasn't no cars in there at the time. We would go in there. I would drive. She would have me parked and stuff like that. And well before I got my driver's license, I was driving, years before, like actually going to pick up my girl, my ex, my ex, but going to pick her up, you know what I mean, and running to the mall and all over the place. Like I had a license, and I drove well enough for not to get pulled over by any officers or anything like that. I just followed the other cars on the road. And my earlier experiences with driving was really, I didn't really have the sense of how fast I was driving. I would have to look at the speedometer. And more experienced drivers don't really have to look at the speedometer. They can kind of feel the sense of the speed of the car. Judging by everybody else, you can tell, he's flying. You can tell when he's driving, he's like, he's driving a little bit slower, the speed limit. But I don't know. I know that it's just different. I think it would be safer for people to have more regulation because you can't stop everybody. And so many accidents happen. People don't wear any seatbelt.
If they had a camera that take a picture of that, yeah, it's a wrap.
Oh, we going down. We going down. I would be mad if you position that. I'm like, why you do it? I got 40 tickets.
Click it or ticket.
Yeah,
They was trying to enforce that. That's why that commercial was about click it or ticket.
Yeah, because the lease would be crazy. You off the sky. Here's a good note about the government. Congress introduces a bill to federally legalize marijuana. What do you think about that? Is that even true?
We already, I don't know.
It's so good. It's probably not true. But it's like, does it really matter at this point?
The primary federal bill to fully legalize marijuana is the Cannabis Administration and Opportunity Act, introduced by Senator Cory Booker, Chuck Schumer, and Ron Wyden. Other notable federal proposals include the MORE Act and the State's 2.0 Act. Cannabis Administration and Opportunity Act, reintroduced on July 16, 2026. This bill completely removes cannabis from the Controlled Substances Act, expunges low-level federal convictions, and sets up a federal tax and regulatory system. The MORE Act, Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act. That's great because people's record will get cleared that have convictions for marijuana. Reintroduced in August 2025, it aims to end federal criminalization and reinvest tax revenue into communities affected by the war on drugs. State's 2.0 Act, reintroduced in April 2025. This bipartisan bill removes federal penalties for marijuana produced and sold in compliance with state or tribal laws. Rescheduling process. Alongside legislative efforts, the Justice Department and DEA initiated administrative steps to move marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, which recognizes medical uses but does not constitute full legalization. So they're because Schedule 1 is like with, that's like the top, that's like with, what you call heroin, like Schedule 1, that's where it was. They had it in that category, but now they're changing it to Schedule 3, which is a less severe. And like LSD, I think LSD is Schedule 1 too. So they're trying to change it from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. The Cannabis Administration and Opportunity Act, which is being led by Senator Cory Booker and Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Ron Wyden, along with other Democratic senators, will completely remove cannabis from the control. It will also create a pathway for people to get their prior criminal sentences for cannabis reduced and expunged while restoring access to housing, jobs, and civil rights that they may have lost. The legislation would additionally apply a federal tax on marijuana and use some of the revenue to create a Department of Justice Cannabis Justice Office that will manage a fund to support job training, re-entry, and legal aid for people from communities harmed by prohibition. I was about to say, because just because they expunge it, that don't mean they can automatically get a job, because they still got to explain all that time out of the workforce. But they got a program to help them re-enter the job force. That's good. For decades, generations have suffered unjustly under the failed war on drugs and broken cannabis laws, hurting primarily people of color. It is long overdue that we stand up for them, Booker said in a press release. I am proud to reintroduce this common sense legislation, which will dismantle the unjust and outdated federal marijuana prohibition, establish a federal regulatory framework to protect public health and safety, expunge past convictions for low-level cannabis offenses, and deliver restorative justice to the communities most harmed by decades of failed drug policy. So, yes, that's good because I don't think it's that serious. First of all, they definitely need to change the way they categorize it. Um, so that's good that they're trying to do that. And yeah, I don't think people should be getting 10 years in prison or 20 or whatever for selling marijuana.
Right.
But if you were breaking the law, then But I think the amount of time that people were getting for doing that was ridiculous.
Well, that's a pleasant surprise.
I wanted to. I seen there's this video. Okay, there's this video of a FedEx driver. He got fired because he was driving on the sidewalk and somebody recorded him and it went viral.
Oh, yeah. That idiot. Why?
Him driving on a sidewalk was posted to TikTok. The video shows that driver steering his delivery van down a sidewalk in an Atlanta suburb. The user who recorded the video believes the driver was going 35 miles an hour. He said I was doing 35 miles an hour. How does he know that is his eyes speedometer? How does he know? That's how people drive it, like they won't mind their business. Of course, I was on the cop because we do cop side delivery. Yes, he said now on the van. So we do cop side delivery. The closer I can be to the to the side, the closer I can be to the house, I can just pivot, do like that, and I'm at the doorstep. How do people think all their packages arrive? So I don't know.
Are you driving on the sidewalk? He's really driving on the sidewalk, like it's the street.
Well, I don't care. Who wants to even be doing delivery? Even this nonsense van that doesn't even have this. So it's fine. They can take the job, but I'm trying my best. They say delivery. People order things and they want overnight shipping. Sometimes we have to deliver the thing on the same day. After I was eating lunch on my 15-minute lunch break, we don't even get the whole 30-minute. And I had to leave it. I ate 2 spoons of my rice. I didn't even drink water. I had to drop back in the van to go and start delivering package. And what are people buying? I don't even know. So I will drive on the curb again. That's how I meet my quota. I will tomorrow. I'm going to drive on the curb. So if they don't want me to drive, they should come and collect the key from me. Then that's how I know I'm not doing it again. We caught up with the driver on his last day of work. The driver says he's unbothered by the criticism and is looking forward to his future prospects. Personally, I don't really care, to be honest, because I've already applied to UPS. So this job, this work, I don't want to do again, if I'm being honest. My heart is not in it again. So anything they want to do, that's fine. All the people that be driving, they won't mind their business. They wonder why there's so much accident on the road. It's because people be not mind their business. I'm going to my second job.
Man, stop playing.
I'm going to my second job because people say
He said, "How you know that I was going?" Look, the guy that seen him said he was going 35 miles an hour. He said, "How he know that I was going 35 miles?" He said, "No." He said, "Is your eye a speedometer? How you know the exact?" That is true. He just looked at me like he was going 35 miles.
So that off that
You was driving on the sidewalk like it was the street, not how somebody just pull up because he's talking about it's curbside delivery. How I'm gonna do it if I don't drive on the curb? He is crazy.
Now that's smart.
He said, "Is your eye a speedometer?" He mad about that guy. That video went viral. He that dumbass. All right, that's what you get. So the sidewalk is for people to walk on. You don't drive up there.
So, speaking of stealing, Louisiana pastor convicted of stealing more than $340K from churches. Another pastor. So shout out to Drewski for putting these motherfuckers on blast.
Church is a scam anyway.
I mean, it can be. It's not supposed to be. I'm pretty sure there's churches out there that are good faith. No pun intended. Yeah, I mean, they don't use the money for anything more than what their money is intended for. This is extortion. 340K is crazy.
It is crazy.
Pennsylvania woman charged after allegedly breaking into a man's home following one beat. You heard about that? Like, why she broke into his house?
Because you put it on her and then she lost her mind.
I don't understand. I don't know why.
There you go.
You can be certain about financing. And Ashley, our simple private process makes it easy to see custom options.
Fairless Hills, and we respond out, and sure enough, our officers see a 30-year-old female crawling in through the back window, and they take her into custody, and then we find out the whole story.
That woman has been identified as Lindsay Harris of Lower Gwinnett, Montgomery County, and the home police say they found her breaking into is that of a man she had briefly dated.
They had initially contacted each other about 6 months prior on a dating website. The male decided not to continue the relationship, but I guess the female wanted to continue it and came to his home and not only broke into the home, but had a bottle of wine and some water ice ready to enjoy an evening with this guy who was completely shocked to come home and find her standing outside of his house looking at him through the sliding glass door and immediately called 911.
NBC 10 spoke to the victim off camera. He says for weeks, things had been moved around his house and appeared to be out of place, and he did not give Harris his home address.
People are pretty good at finding other people on the internet.
Why police suggest you limit what you put out there, and before you meet with someone and exchange information, vet them, as online activity has given way to new crimes.
Not only do you have stalking cases, but you have a lot of romance scams.
People just have lost their mind. I don't know. So they ain't even, he never even came, she never even been in his house. How the hell you find out where he lived? And then she was coming in there before that, fucking with shit, moving stuff around. She probably slept on the couch or was laying next to him like some obsessed, like that movie, like laid in the bed and took a picture with some lingerie on. and act like they was doing something or drugged him and did stuff.
That's crazy.
Cause what is wrong with you? Why were you in the house and then you ain't wake him up? So what was you doing? You didn't kill him, unalive him or nothing. So what was you in there doing? And the stuff in furniture was moved around. You was in there fantasizing, taking pictures or something. Because what else would you be doing that you wouldn't wake him up and you just left before he noticed?
She was paranormal activity in this thing.
And somebody caught her. See, somebody snitched again. Somebody said he see her crawling through the window. Just like they recorded that guy driving on the sidewalk. He was like, how do you know? That was so funny. How do you know I'm going 35 miles an hour? Is your eye a speedometer? He was mad with that guy. He gonna find you. He said people need to mind their business. He said, I don't care though. I applied to UPS. They ain't gonna hire your ass if you driving on the sidewalk. The fuck? Oh my god.
All right, so let's talk about the topic. Everybody's talking. And let's expound on all the details that we have.
Let me see if I can find the clip. So guys, if you don't know, this woman unalives a 20-year-old boy that she found under her 13-year-old daughter's bed. She shot him in the head once he went outside, so she let him get outside. I don't know. You might as well just did it in the house. Why you wait till he get outside and turn his back and you walking away to do it? But let me see if I could find it. And she's facing, how much is she facing?
I don't know. I don't know if they sentencing.
But I'm saying, what is she charged with?
Well, if she get first degree, life.
Life, 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 life. She looked crazy too.
She got 6 kids.
She got them eyes. Mom accused of shooting 20-year-old male she found under her 13-year-old daughter's bed. Now mom is charged with unaliving, the M word that we can't say. Stuff is popping up. No. It won't let me view it. It's trying to make me sign up.
A Memphis mother accused of shooting and killing a man she says she found hiding under her daughter's bed. In court this morning, Kendra Scott, who is charged with first-degree murder, had her bond set at $100,000 and was also ordered not to have contact with the victim's family. Memphis police say when they initially arrived to the scene last week, the victim, Rodarius Morton, was found dead near the home's porch after he had been shot in the back of the head. WREG Shay Arthur is live tonight after speaking with a former teacher of Morton's and what she wants people to know about him. Shay?
Hey, Stephanie, yeah, she says this case could have been handled so many other ways, not ending with a 20-year-old man being killed.
Perkins says she's the former middle school teacher of Rodarius Morton, who Memphis police say was shot and killed early last Thursday morning in the Walker Homes neighborhood. She said Morton had learning disabilities.
He was special needs, and I was his special needs teacher.
She described him as soft-spoken and respectful, shocked by his death.
Unbelievable. Very, very hurt because the young man that I knew that most people don't know. Based off of this story, they don't know him personally like I did.
In court paperwork, an underage girl told police Morton came to her house early Thursday morning through a back door. Her mother, Kendra Scott, then showed up banging on the door, yelling, "Who was at my house?" Scott says she went inside and found Morton hiding under the girl's bed. Police say as Morton was leaving the home unarmed, he was shot somewhere near the front porch. Detectives discovered he had a gunshot wound to the back of his head. The girl told police her mother has told her in the past if she discovered a boy in the home, he would be faced with violence. People look at this and they say, well, he should have been in that situation in the first place.
And I agree. I do agree. I do not condone his actions as going and mingling with a 13-year-old. However, when you're cognitively not 20, what do you expect? And then I found out last night that from his sister, no one knew that he was gone away from the house.
Perkins believes Morton thought the girl was older and didn't understand the law.
I just wish she wouldn't have never shot him. That's it. There were so many opportunities for her to stop and think. So many different ways that this could have had a different outcome. So many different ways. Call the police. If you got a gun, hold them there to gunpoint till the police gets there.
Yeah, and Stephanie Scott is due back here in court next month.
They say she got a 100K bond. I don't know if she got out or, but that's what they got, you know.
She got 100 by serving 100 lives. I don't know, this situation crazy. Like the lady, so now hearing it that way, besides what everybody else is saying online, like somebody said she got 6 kids and all this other stuff, possibly whatever. A 20-year-old with special needs is in your house and the mom is coming home and she don't know who it is, and then she finds him hiding under her bed. I mean, I can't say I blame her, but I don't think that lethal force is justified. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know, the situation is interesting. Because on one hand, you could say it's a mom defending her child against a predator. Or on the other hand, you could say she went too far. But then they saying that the dude is special needs, so that adds another feather to that. Like, it's like he's not just older. It could have been something more, like, you know what I mean? Just that. So, I don't know. There's a lot of people discussing panels on TikTok about the mom being justified, and she shouldn't get any time. She should just, you know, be able to do probation and take care of her kid. Well, she got a bond for $100K. She might get a GoFundMe. Oh, it's interesting. I'm stuck on this one because until now, I really didn't like. I didn't hear the actual um, news reel of the particular situation. So I'm just going off what everybody's saying on Twitter. Now that they putting all this together, yeah, the school is saying, "Oh, he was such a kind kid, the kid that I know, whatever." The kid that you know, wouldn't he mess with an underage girl? Is mom wrong? Is she wrong for that? Like, if you think she's wrong, put it in the comments. If you think she's wrong, put it in the comments. If you think she's justified, put it in the comments. Because I don't care how many kids you got. Like with that, you gotta give her the you gotta kind of give her the benefit of the doubt.
The benefit of the doubt of what?
I mean, you heard the news real. Like, what are your thoughts about it? Like, I'm stuck on it now because like I don't even know how to feel. I don't know. Like before, I was already like, yeah, um mom should just get she should just get manslaughter. You know what I mean? And she's good with that. But now she need capital. But she got kids. So I only my only sympathy is for the kids. But then also the dude with special needs. So then it's like also like, okay, could you have seen the individual that was hiding under your daughter's bed as a threat? But your daughter let him in the house. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And if she knew the boy and knew about the boy and knew that the boy was whatever, right? Then she probably already felt some type of way. And especially him. And she probably had no idea that he was coming in her own. That's his daughter?
Mm-hmm. With a bra and boxers on camera. That's the stuff she posts on her social media. She looked grown in that picture. She looked older than.
Yeah, but come on. It's not like, all right, So
He don't even look 20. He look young himself.
I was talking about this with our cousin. I was like, yeah, she fast, but I was talking about this. Like, what's bad about the age gap?
Let's hear what this lady said about them.
Go ahead.
Has come forward and exposed, and now that Kendra Scott's friend has come forward and exposed her, don't y'all start backtracking on y'all tapes, especially the ones that was using little pieces of my video to fit your narrative. And to all of the people who keep saying, "Oh, I don't believe the friend," it's hard.
That ain't she just talked about.
Cousin, they were saying that she had got arrested. At that time, nobody knew exactly what had happened. They just said she got arrested and they needed some bun money. At that point, I had cashed out $1,500. I'm thinking it's just for some DV shit with one of her niggas, which is typical normal shit, right? So then when I got the phone call back, they was like, "Oh, she didn't unlie her to do her." I'm not gonna say her daughter's name. She said, "Mine. I'm gonna respect that." She unalived him. Okay, well the bitch ain't getting the bun, so everybody just held off till we heard more. For what, it wasn't no sneaking in. She knew of their relationship. They had been dating going on 2 years. Okay. I done heard enough of that bullshit. Let's get into the red flag. First of all, Latoya is nobody motherfucker.
I'm trying to find. These is just people talking about the clip. I want the clip of with her just talking about herself.
All right, y'all. So a family friend says that the affidavit does not tell the whole story and claims. Hold up, y'all, and get a little more juicy.
It's not juicy.
Yeah, I know it wasn't the first boy in the chat. Shout out to Dax Jack.
I was showing you the picture that she had. See, she looked at least.
I mean, yeah, she is a fast little girl. Like
I'm saying in that picture, she don't even look 13 because she got that wig on.
But the boy is special needs.
Yeah, and that's what the teacher said. He don't have the mind of a 20-year-old.
Yeah. But that still don't make it right for him to mess with somebody.
Yeah, it's not right. But if he don't know, then their parents should have been watching him. How he sneak out the house.
Right. So that's what I was saying. And anybody that's a parent, like, if a special needs adult come into the house and touch one of your kids, how would you feel? You know what you're gonna have when you're home.
Okay, y'all, so I am back with another update on the Kendra Scott story. For those that don't know who Kendra Scott is by now, I don't know where you've been because this story has been all over social media for the past week or so. Now, Kendra Scott is the 36-year-old mother that unalived the 20-year-old man that she found hiding underneath her 13-year-old daughter's bed. Now, according to Kendra Scott's friend, baby, the friend got a whole different version of this story. I got an audio that the friend went live a couple of days ago on social media telling us what really happened that day. Now, I want y'all to take a listen to this clip. And when I come back, we gonna talk about it. I got the phone call. It was from her cousin. They were saying that she had got arrested. At that time, nobody knew exactly what had happened. They just said she got arrested and they needed some bun money. At that point, I had cashed out $1,500. I'm thinking it's just for some DV shit with one of her niggas, which is typical normal shit, right? So then when I got the phone call back, They was like, oh, she didn't allow to do her. I'm not gonna say her daughter's name. She said, "I'm gonna respect that." She unalived him. Okay, well the bitch ain't getting the funds, so everybody just held off till we heard more. For what, it wasn't no sneaking in. She knew of their relationship. They had been dating going on 2 years. Okay, he was able to come to the house and do everything. However, she had told him he could no longer come over there because she wanted him to pay her light bill. He didn't have the money. So she told her daughter he cannot come over here no more until that motherfucker give her some money. Okay? She didn't steal her mama credit card. Her mama got him the Uber because she lied like he was gonna bring her cash. That's all he had, cash. He wasn't able to cash out, steal none of that. All he had was cash, right? However, that's why he made it there. She told him she was on the way home. He could be there when she's there so she can get the bread. That's why it's 30 minutes apart. It wasn't no, she was trying to sneak him in and get him there before the mama got home. No, he just arrived literally because it takes about 15, depending on if you can cut over, it takes about 30 minutes for you to get back to that side of town. Okay, that's how long it took. She got there. He didn't have the money. That's when he ran. They get into an argument. He ran into her room, shut the door. He got up under the bed. She talking. That's when she got the gun, went in there and get the fuck out of my house, all this and that. Said a few words, turned around and walked out. That's what she did. The reason why they're trying to get her for premeditated murder is because the daughter ended up showing the text messages where she said, if he come back to my house and ain't got my money, I'm going to kill him. Wow. Yeah, so it's not, yes, the predator thing. He should be in jail. That's an issue, yes. But however, the mama was condoning the shit that's been going on. Yes, the mama needs to be in jail. To her, we can't say nothing because that ain't our child. We can't do none of that. That ain't our business. However, we can say how that shit is disgusting, but if you allowed it, you would allow it. She was allowing it because it was making her stay at home to watch the other kids. As far as her having a job and 2-3 jobs, Kiki ain't never held down no job. Yeah, she worked at Amazon. Her real name Kendra, but we call her Kiki. She worked odd jobs here and there, but bitch ain't never held down no job for real. Though she wasn't coming from overnight working, she was coming from her dude house to try to get the money. Okay, y'all.
That's just the other person reacting to
it. I don't know. Is that credible?
So the sister came out and
just dismissed the friend from saying that.
The sister came out and said that it's not true. But of course, what do you expect? Would people really say she's telling the truth to family if that's the case? We're never gonna know until we actually see.
That's right. Both can be true. Nobody wants to hear something like that. But then again, if she's friend of the young man or whatever the case may be, whatever.
She was friend of the mother. But that, and then it's like, I don't know. I don't want to say messed up. Like, yeah, why would you be telling? Yeah, you couldn't wait, and then you talking junk about her after, and then you're like, she ain't never held down no job, like talking junk. Like, is that your friend really?
Right. Yeah, this is crazy. Like, I don't even know if I could take her friend or her friend status into account because she said she was her friend.
There's a video of the sister talking about it.
She had no right. I mean, honestly, you trespassed, right?
No, because the person that lives there let him in.
Not her house.
It is her. She lives there. She gets mail there. So if somebody else let him in the house, then you can't say that it's trespassing.
So, and I am going to say a couple things. She did not get him an Uber. That's one. Two, I have the TikTok messages in my possession of everything. So I know everything that led up to the moment. I have everything. But that's not for me to discuss on here. but she did not get him an Uber. That's just a lot somebody ran with. Anything else? I know she did not get him an Uber, and she, I can't say it. Everyone's saying, oh, she lied about her age. We literally have the TikTok messages. She told him she was 14, turning 15, because her birthday is next month, and he told her he was 18. So I can't say that.
Hello, everyone.
No, it's only 3 people that can tell you. One is deceased, and I'm not going to speak, ill of the dead. One is incarcerated, who will be out, and one is here with me. So, and I am going to say a couple things. She did not get him an Uber.
She got a bunch of parts. She made multiple. The sister made multiple videos talking about it.
The sister of the
Kendra Scott. Because she's saying that lady is lying. She's responding to what she said.
There's only 3 people that can tell you.
Thank you. Right, retro world. Minors ain't allowed to grant access to a residence.
Well, if what that lady said is true, then you should have never been the mother should have never been letting the boy come in the house.
Yeah, probably with her there. Or
she wanted money and say
he paying rent. He a grown man coming to my house with my 13-year-old daughter.
I don't even know how he I heard somebody like there was other kids in the house, all kinds of stuff. So I don't even know what's real.
Well, one, my niece, well, my sister, I can't say this. My sister, she's been staying in her home for over 11 years. Her and her neighbors are well acquainted. Like, they watch out for her. And it's not like she's out, parlaying, having a good time. She's at work. So, sometimes the kids, my house has always been a fun house, so a lot of times the kids come over here. Sometimes the kids, just like to not come.
Going on. Yeah, I heard some.
So she's saying she was at work. That's what the sister said. I can't find the full thing about what the sisters said, but who knows what's the real truth. I guess we'll find out soon enough. But I don't know.
Do you think legally they're gonna put more on her because of the color of her skin? Do you think it's gonna be a race thing?
I mean, people always make it into a race thing, but you can't really prove that that's the reason that they're doing it, because they're not gonna come out and say, "Oh, because she's black, we're gonna give her more time." So it's really more speculation than actual fact if they do something like that. But I mean, she deserves to go to jail. Because then you waited for him to get outside too. If you're gonna shoot him, then you might as well shot him in the house. Why you wait till you get outside then shoot him in the back of the head? That's why that story seems like plausible, because it's like y'all was they probably was arguing that he said something that she didn't like, but if he agreed that he was gonna pay the light bill and she wanted the money, but then this girl said
she got to prove that.
Yeah,
she got to prove that. Like, you saying something like that.
Well, she said the girl had text. That's why they're trying to say it was premeditated, because the daughter had text messages that showed.
What she got against her though?
Yeah, why would you come out and say all of this?
Or do she have like a moral
Maybe it's
background
that.
in it?
I mean, because she said she sent her money for bond, and then she found out after what she actually did. And then it's like she talked about the character of the woman, and we don't know. This is just speculation, but responding to that, she said, I thought it was like a DV situation, you know, normal shit. That ain't normal shit. If you going like, it shouldn't be considered normal. Like that right there sounds toxic as hell. Like I just sent her a cool 1,500, like, you know, to help her get out after she knocked him between the why would she be getting bonded out? Would she be the abuser? I don't know. And they doing that in front of the kids. Yeah, and they probably gonna try to use that as a defense, and they got proof with the teacher saying that she was his special needs teacher. Cause she already done, because you can't say self-defense because he was already outside the house. So
they really are empathetic towards that demographic. So they gonna throw the whole library at her. What the book? But I don't think she should get the whole library thrown at her though. I really don't. I think she needs some time, but I think because of like, you know, the great part of the situation. There needs to, it doesn't need to be deletion, but there needs to be some, he would have already been arrested, you know what I mean, in another circumstance, if she didn't do it that way. But she also would have gotten in trouble too if there was an agreement for her to collect rent, if that's true. You know what I mean? Because you knowingly have this dude in your house that's messing with your underage daughter, and you're okay with it. That's all I'm saying. She might be. Oh, you think she deserved the maximum punishment?
I don't know.
Like for like a mom defending her child, like you could still take it that way because we don't know what happened in that situation, how his behavior was, considering he was special needs, right? He might have been bugging out. Might have had an episode. They be having episodes, you know. For real. I ain't even trying to be funny, but it could have been. It could have been that.
Yeah, but we don't know the level that where. We don't know the level of his disability, and a learning disability is different than how you socialize with people. Because if you have, just because you have trouble, that we don't really have, like, you know, he could have been in a remedial class. But she did say he doesn't have the mind of a 20-year-old, but that don't mean he be having episodes. He probably just has a mind of someone younger than a 20-year-old, because she didn't say exactly what age she feels like he more associated with. But I don't know. It's just a shame that to me, even though people are like, oh, he's a man, like, to me, 20 is still a kid. Like, legally you're over 18 or whatever, but it's like most 20-year-olds are still living with their parents. You're not even old enough to drink or whatever, to drink alcohol, although people still do it. But you know, to me, and I think mentally you're not fully like you're not an adult. I still wouldn't consider you an adult, even though legally you are, and you can drive and do other things, you can work. But I don't think that that he, not him specifically, but just in general, people when they're younger they think differently, and then science tells us your mind don't even fully develop as far as reasoning and thinking about consequences and stuff like that, and until you turn 25. So, and then he's also special needs to whatever degree. So that also sets him back even further. So
I agree with Dax. Dax says she's gonna take a plea more than likely, so it's not gonna be as much time as it could be. I agree.
yeah, because we know she did it. So it's like you're not gonna say that you're not guilty.
I mean, I just think about like, and some people say, well, the kids ain't well off it as it is anyway, whatever. But I would hate to see the kids get separated. You know what I mean? And whatever, you know. So at least maybe this could be. I mean, I don't know if she is able to come back home and take care of her kids. I hope this is a lesson to everybody in this
She
situation.
wasn't taking care of it. The daughter was watching the kids
While she was at work, though, right?
or with
She
her
wasn't
dude,
at.
according to the friend. We don't know where she was. We don't know these people.
It's a crazy situation because you want to say that the mom is right.
That's what you want to say.
Well, yeah, because this dude can't be coming in my house with my children.
You know, you should get off of the camera doing that. They want to take this video down. No. But yeah, I don't know. I think she gonna get whatever she gonna get. She probably is gonna take a plea. But rest in peace to the kid, to the boy.
Yeah, I do. I do feel
And
bad.
prayers to his family. And prayers to her family too, because the mom in jail now. If she was doing something, she can't do nothing else. But she'll have to do some time. Now, where the kid's gonna go? That friend that was talking about her ain't gonna take her.
Right.
She got a sister. Is the sister gonna take in 7 kids?
Probably.
7 kids? Bless you. People could barely take care of themselves. That's a lot.
It's not an 8. If a dude came into your child's room and you didn't know them, and they were an adult, and you found them hiding over your child's bed, and you were armed, what would you do?
I'll call the cops.
You're in the house.
Or my man's gonna be there. We're gonna wait till the cops come and let
What
them
if
handle
your man is not? What if you don't have a man?
Well, I'm gonna have a man if I have the kids for the guy. I'm thinking positive. I don't want to be a single mother. No, the father gonna be in the bed with me. We both going here, or we gonna be coming home for a date night together, and we going, or we both check the camera.
There's a lot of single mothers that might be in this situation, right? So
I still will call the cop. That's my answer, regardless. Whatever.
Yeah, but you got your shit.
Okay, I'm gonna call the cops because if I go to jail, then I can't protect them from nothing. So
I guess getting around that rule.
and I'm gonna ask her what happened, and I'm gonna say, "Do you know this person? Who is?" I'm gonna ask questions and stuff to see. Did you bring him in here? Did you invite him in here? What's going on? Like, do he know how old you are? If you did invite him in, did you tell him how old you are? Do you know how old she is? I'm gonna take her phone and, well, first of all, this shit wouldn't even happen because number one, if my kids is not about to have no cell phone, you're gonna be with, where the fuck you going without me that you need a cell phone at up to a certain age? You're not about to be walking around by yourself. You don't need no cell phone when you 5 or when you, like, I don't understand why they give. I'm not, the girl is older than that, but I'm saying they be giving kids phones as young as that. Where you go, you with me all the time when we go somewhere. Ain't nobody watching my kids. They gonna be with me. I work from home. I would like to continue to work from home, but like, it's like, I don't know. Ain't nobody gonna be watching my kids, so there's no need for them to have a cell phone or none of that. You're not gonna be. If you do use the computer, it's gonna be monitored. I'm gonna be watching you when you use it. It's gonna be settings on it so you can't do, but I'm gonna be monitoring you, and you're not gonna be on that junk all day. So you ain't gonna have time to be meeting nobody unless, like, and you're gonna be home. I would like my kids to be homeschooled anyway. So it's like, where you meeting this nigga at? You not about, you don't got no chance for that to happen. So
that said, she was just mad. She was just mad he ain't have that money.
yeah, that's what I think too.
If that's true.
Yeah, it's that, because we don't know which side of the story is true. Because that girl's supposed to be her friend, and she's spilling all of the tea. Like, just, I mean, we need to know this. We need to know this though, because, like, I don't know if that was like, I feel like it's like, is that your fault? Because I would feel some type of way. Like, if I knew about this and we were friends, I would say something to them about it. If I knew, like, you had all this information, I'll be like, when it first started, like, and you start telling me about it, like, you letting her sleep, mess with this 20-year-old and she 13, and you, like, and you, like, that's crazy. You, like, why are you basically pimping, and now you asking for money, you pimping your daughter out, like, no. Talking about the lady that shot that boy in the back of the head, the 20-year-old that was under her daughter's bed. But I wouldn't even be talking to her if she wouldn't be my friend if I knew she was doing that. So I guess it would make sense for you. I probably would come out and say that.
He just made a good point. The David situation is kind of similar. Imagine.
Yeah, I said that about her too.
Had going on for a period of time, and this special needs boy did something to her. It didn't happen, but what if it did happen? And
well, it would have been a mom's fault if she let, because in that situation, Celeste's mom knew that she was with that guy.
The parents was negligent and let that relationship happen.
But then she ran off with they didn't want her to go live with him, but because they had reported her missing, but they knew that she was dealing with him. Because the mom said she was with her boyfriend David the last time she seen him. So you knew you was calling him her boyfriend. So that means you accepted it. Because you're responsible for your child. So if you allow that to happen, then you need to take the total blame. That's your. If you didn't know about it, then that's different. But if you knew, then this is all your fault, and you deserve what you get. Only sad part is your children, all of your children, are gonna be affected by it because now you're in prison. That's why I said I wouldn't be friends with a person if I knew that they were doing that either. So maybe that's why she's talking like that, because she like, I feel like you would have said that too. Like, I told her she's dead wrong. But shit, why you wait till now? You should have, like, how far would you go? What if you did know? If your friend told you that they were allowing their daughter to be involved with a 20-year-old man and the daughter was 13, the same scenario, would you report it when she told you that? Before the shooting and all of this?
No, because she got 6
kids. Why? She got 7.
7.
The daughter is
7. Yeah, but because somebody got to take care of them kids. I'm not going to do it.
You ain't exactly. You're not about to do it. Oh, so you're saying
that's why I ain't snitching.
Because then you're gonna feel responsible for the kids.
Yeah, why would
she ain't doing a good job. Look what the fuck is happening.
Yo, don't let nobody come in my house. That's what she's saying.
She told her
so
if you let her back in.
So this could be an example.
She said if he don't have my money, then I'm unalive him.
Could be that too.
That's what it said in the text. That's what that lady said.
But that's the same friend that's snitching. Like, I can't trust no snitch.
Certain cases, and you a civilian. That's a regular lady. She's not El Chapo.
I don't trust her.
Nobody. I don't trust nothing because I don't know nothing.
If she really felt like that, she should have been said, I don't think this is right. This woman is letting her 13-year-old mess with this 20-year-old. You would have did that from the jump. But then now that she's about to face this charge.
That's what I said. Why you wait till now? You should have.
And you gave her money to get bond, and you ain't like, come on, man. Like,
well, she didn't. She didn't find out what she actually did until afterwards, because she said she thought it was for DV, because that was a normal thing for her, getting arrested for DV. The lady sounds like a loose cannon.
She do, but again, her kid's probably bad as hell.
If you got 6 kids anyway, and you know they don't got the same father, then
ain't nobody taking care of them fucking kids.
Don't say that. That's it's not funny.
No, for real. I'm being real with you. Like, the kids is bad as fuck, probably. And, like, look at her daughter letting people in there. Probably told the little ones, y'all better not say nothing either. Like, you know what I mean?
She didn't have to.
I'm saying they knew. They knew not to say nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's bad all the way around, but you gotta blame the mom. I don't know where the fathers are or whatever. And then the dude is grown man, like. Special needs or not, like that age gap is that means something. At that point, that's a child. If they were an adult,
if they were 20 and 27.
Yeah, I mean that's different. Yeah, that's different.
Well, hopefully, whatever the best outcome is for the situation is gonna be, and hopefully, the children have a safe place to stay or have the proper care while all of this is going on. I know she got 100K bond. I don't know if they posted it. I didn't see that they didn't say anything about her being released on bail. But
Maybe that was what her friend paid.
no, but she didn't pay it yet because she
10%, right?
sent them the money. But that was before she knew what it was for, and the bond wasn't up at the time. What she said, they just that's a more recent that they put a bond on there.
Okay.
But how much you gotta put 10%? So what would that be?
1,000.
For 100?
100,000 would be 10% of 100,000.
Were there any more? Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Get Lifted. 30 is the new 20. The like button, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you're notified the next time I post or go live. I'm La Hefa, and please don't drive on the sidewalk. Have a good night.